Yo, what's up? It's Jay from Catching Donks. Thank you for coming in to another episode. Today we're going to talk about how to fish dirty/murky water. How do you approach this? And to be honest, I did not get this until probably last year, and even then I still kind of struggled. So I'm going to show you what I learned from it and just kind of give you that knowledge so when you go out there fishing in these dirty water, you go ahead and catch some fish, or at least have a good opportunity to do so. So there's three things you really want to focus on when you do go fishing in these dirty waters. There's three things. First is color. You're either going to go on the very bright or very dark color because they're going to stand out. Okay. 2, noise. Make sure these baits have rattles or some kind of BBs, either multiple BBs or dual one knockers. And the last thing is vibration. You want something that's going to cause some kind of disruption in the water and causing its own vibration. So that being said, let's talk about the first bait. And this is no particular order. Usually I just go based on how I feel it would go well for that. So the first bait, we're going to talk about a lipless crankbait. And as you guys know, lipless crankbaits throw out a lot of water, have a lot of vibration, and I would say 99% of these lipless crankbaits will have some kind of rattles. In this case, BBs. Alright? And some have one knockers. This is the 6th Sense Snatch 70X in the Chartreuse Phobia color. As you see, it really stands out. There's a very high, bright, and just very bright yellow-orange with some black top, yellow bottom, and some orange and some green eyes. I'm sure a little bit of light will reflect really well with these eyes. So that will be not number one, but the first bait I'm going to choose here. The second option is throwing a regular crankbait. As you see here, is another color that's going to stick out against that murky water. Let's check out this color here. This color is the Jungle Rose, and this is the Cloud 9 C10 by 6th Sense. Again, a very high, bright colored crankbait, strictly only for dirty water. I don't think I will ever throw this in clear water. I don't think there's any bait fish that look like that and naturally. And if you notice here, here's the difference between the lipless and this. It still has a rattle, but it's just the one knocker. So you're gonna hear more of a stronger tone on this instead of a high pitch compared to this lipless. Very different, right? So kind of want to experiment, see what the fish want. You know, like I said, the lipless crankbaits, they vary in sound, how they sound. You know, you go to even within the same company, let's say 6th Sense, they have quakes, and I think some quakes have the thud, which is the one knocker, and some have the rattles like this one. So experiment and see what the fish want that day. Now you're fishing for dirty water and you're fishing at a particular spot that has some kind of structure. You cannot go wrong with the black and blue jig. Especially if you put a thick boy trailer back here, make the presentation bigger. Again, you want to make sure the fish finds your lures. And even better if you throw in a rattle here. Giving you some bonus points here, guys. Throw in the cheat codes. Throw in a nice trailer back here. Let's get a trailer back here. Boom! You're gonna have a nice lure here. See how it got a different profile now that you have a trailer there. It's gonna help the bass see the lure, not just with the color, but also just it's a bigger profile now that you had it a trailer here. Okay, it's key to have something bulkier than normal because again, you want the fish to see it on top of the vibration, on top of the color. Okay, so let's talk about the chatterbait or bladed jig. In this case, this is a jackhammer in the black and blue color. Again, you're gonna throw in a trailer, preferably with something that's gonna cause more vibration in the water on top of the click that's gonna cause, as you guys know, with the chatterbaits or the bladed jigs, it's gonna cause a lot of commotion with the blade. It's got a lot of vibration kicking, And then on top of the noise that's going to cause, throwing a trailer like a rage crawl back here, that's going to cause some more flips, more of the kicks that's going to happen with the trailer, and it's going to cause more disruption in the water, making more sense for the bass to hear, feel, and then see, because of the color. It's going to stick out with that dirty water, guys. So make sure you do that. So let's go ahead and throw in a trailer and see how it looks. So boom, now you got a bigger profile, letting the bass see the lure more easier. I mean, I would probably trim the skirt a little bit, but this is probably a perfect trailer because these will kick, causing more vibration in the water right here. I don't know if you guys got a close up, let's see. And this is going to be a perfect chatterbait trailer. And as you see, these are normally used this way. But since you're going to put on a chatterbait, it's probably a good idea you're going to throw it this way so it could look almost like a tail from a fish instead of a crawl that normally goes that way. So that's another tip I'm throwing. I guess I'm throwing you guys some cheat codes. I want you guys to catch fish. So again, another great lure to use in dirty water. I probably one of the best lures you could throw in dirty water because it just causes a lot of vibration and a lot of noise. Another option would be a buzzbait here. This is a Booyah, let's see, a squelcher in white chartreuse. Again, you could either go super bright or super dark. In this case, I would probably go with a darker skirt. But same thing, it's going to cause a lot of ripples and topwater action with the rotating blade that buzzbaits have here. As you see, this is a pretty big blade, so it's going to cause a lot of commotion, a lot of turbulence on top of the water, giving the bass some attention on what to track and to attack. So that's really good for late spring, summer, and fall. Probably one of the best topwater baits you could use when the water's dirty. So these are the lunker logs, and this is in the June bug color. This is in a 5-inch worm. Cool thing about this one is that it actually has a lot of scent to it too. Oh yeah. And so this is going to be very similar to how with a jig you want to go somewhere specific when you throw it. It's not going to cover water. So you kind of want to throw this like a wacky rig. You know, I'm sure you guys know what wacky rig is. Pretty much going to catch a fish, right? So throw this weightless at specific locations, under the docks, next to brush, any kind of structure whatsoever, kind of like a jig, and see if they prefer this over a jig. Again, you want to present them with something big. This is a pretty thick boy and a long boy. So, as you guys probably see, it's just a typical stick bait. Nothing crazy, but it is another option you could throw. So again, you could probably even put in a rattle in here to let the bass see it or hear it even better to find it. That's pretty much all I have for you guys today. But if you guys enjoyed the content, go ahead and hit the like. Consider subscribing if you're enjoying the content. And until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.